As you may be well aware, President John Dramani Mahama has inaugurated a presidential transition team to ensure a smooth handing over of power to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government. The team, which includes 7 members from the government and 9 from the New Patriotic Party, will have both President Mahama and President-elect Nana Akufo-Addo as co-chair.
The inauguration of the team is in line with the Presidential Transition Act of 2012, Act 845. President Mahama noted effective collaboration will ensure a smooth transition which will further enrich Ghana's democratic credentials after a successful election.
With every election and every successful transition of power, we consolidate our democratic credentials even further. Since our adoption of the 1992 Constitution, we have worked to perfect our legislation to lead us as we tread the complex landscape of governance. We must applaud ourselves in continuing to create useful subsidiary legislation that serve us well at critical moments in our democratic journey. One such is the Presidential Transition Act, which today has become a convenient instrument in guiding us to achieve a successful transfer of power from an outgoing to an incoming administration. For the incoming administration, it is time to cut the celebration and prepare yourselves to assume the reins of government. For the outgoing, it is time to wrap up business and say your farewells. But beyond the transition, both sides have a responsibility to continue to work together in the common interest of our country. It is only by such cooperation that we can build a prosperous society for the good people of Ghana. Our political competition must continue, but it must be healthy and not destructive. This is what makes us unique, and this is why we must work to protect and defend our democratic credentials and reputation as a beacon and the hope for Africa.
President-elect Nana Akufo-Addo encouraged both sides to work assiduously to enhance governance.
Unlike the first time in 2012, we saw the law being applied in what I would call an internal manner, that is, in a transition from the same ruling party to itself. This time, the transition is from one ruling party to another. This changes the dynamics of what has been done before. Fortunately for us, this third time when we are experiencing a change of government from one party to another, we're doing so without the pressure of a runoff. In 2000, we had a runoff to settle the issue. Again, in 2008, we had another runoff to settle the issue then. This time, a runoff has been avoided, which means that we have sufficient time to do a complete and thorough job. With genuine cooperation and openness, that objective can be realized. I would entreat you, members of the respective transition teams, to let cooperation and transparency be your guiding watchwords. I'm aware that the mandate of His Excellency the President will run till the 7th of January 2011, and that government is a continuing business. It is important, though, the decisions that are taken between now and then will be guided by the national interest. I have so far received full cooperation from His Excellency the President, for which I thank him, and I hope and expect that it will so continue until the formal transfer of authority takes place on 7th January next year.